Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to South Boston, site to race number 15 of the NRSL Hooters Series 2008 season. And joining me once again in the booth is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
On the front row today will be Quentin Moore in car 89 alongside John Irvin in the Farm Bureau number 20. Sam Young will start in row 2 alongside Jessica Shelton with Stephen Paul III, Matt Dixon row 3, Haley Lordergan, and last race's winner Brian James in row 4, with James Qualls and Kev Shear, the points leader, in row number 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Stephen for his thoughts and predictions.
So I definitely think it's gonna be an interesting race. The older cars, the guys who ran the Cup race here last year in these cars will definitely have the advantage. Pollard, who won here last year in the Cup Series, Dylan Young won the Hooters race, so they'll be the two favorites since they're coming to the field today. The duel too was a very crazy, and duel was pretty calm. So we'll see how these smaller cars do. Last year in the Cup race, we had a long green flag run till the end. I don't remember the Hooters exactly. So our final row is Johnny Gardner and Brian. So look for the short track savvy drivers to be more sparing. I look for a lot of wrecks with these rookie drivers not knowing how to get through the corners and trying to get in those barrels back there. But whoever can maintain the tires the best and have the best long run car will win the race for sure.
And as we look at the points, there's not much to discuss here as Kev Shear comes in with a commanding 180-point lead over Oriel Pollard, who grabbed his first top 5 of the year last week. Hunter Braxton is now 3rd, Sam Young 4th, Muhammad Zain Abdullah is 5th with 2 wins.
Drivers, start your engines!
I'm glad I stopped talking to look down when I did. 6th in point. Rest of the top 10 is Johnny Gardner, Trevor Germain, Brian James, Paul Swanson, and Ace Rogers. As Trevor Germain actually took his first shot this year at double duty, attempting the Cup race, did not make it.
Yeah, the old.
Yeah, that one didn't go so well. So Kev Shear, he cannot leave here as anything other than the points leader because the most points you can gain in a single race is 148. So, and that's despite finishing 41st with the DNF last week. He actually increased his point lead.
Yeah, at Ontario, three totally different tracks in the next three races.
That was Orlando.
Yeah, well, green flag is out here. We're going to
Yep,
Orlando.
green flag came out a little bit early, or a little bit late there than we
Another
probably
jump
thought.
on the restart.
The Bologna Burger 250 though is green with Quentin Moore the race leader. I think they're gonna okay John Irvin's thing there because he did give the lead back.
Everybody's been jumping the restart the last 2 weeks.
Sam Young into 2nd. John Irvin trying to get back down to the inside line, not going to be able to do it yet. Matt Dixon fills that hole in the 7.
Well, what I was meaning, like totally different tracks, like starting, it was Ontario, South Boston, and next week we're going to Thornton. So these drivers are definitely in for a
this
challenge.
series didn't go to Ontario.
No, Orlando, sorry.
Yeah.
It's too many O's.
Kev Shear already working his way up into the top 5, looking for 4th on John Irvin. This is not what the field wanted to see.
He's in the barrels. Oh, nope, he's almost in the barrels.
Nope. Matt Dixon, though, grabbing a spot away from Sam Young. Those two cars were teammates last year, not necessarily the drivers. 3 wide back here.
Oh, contact. This is going to be a wreck.
Gitteroke, Lordigan made a little bit of contact.
Yeah. Oh, they somehow got some talent. And here we go.
Oh, I heard wrecking. Mary Shelley up on 2 wheels. Ace Rogers gets turned around. Zachary Fitzwater has damage. Johnny Gardner as well.
Oh, that's going to set off the
Mike
alarm.
Trout has damage. He was 30th in points. They're still wrecking.
Oh, nice plow, Collins.
Kyle Matthews. That's Cole Deaver in 33. Field has been picked up by the pace car.
Yeah, that's an experience right there.
Well, Deaver has some experience in other cars. It's just he's a rookie in this series.
Yeah,
and Jesse James has hit the pit wall.
Second short track in a row, he's hit the pit wall.
So with that, we'll bring you back to show you what happened to bring out the caution. It looks like we're going to have a lot to investigate here in this one.
Yes.
Taking a look off of turn number 2, it's going to be Seth Cole getting into 2-time winner this season, James Qualls, down into Trevor Germain. Nothing he could have done. It's not been a good weekend for the driver of the 76. Germain then gets hit again. Looks like maybe by Sheila Shear.
Well, Shear had that damage before he hits them, so I don't know what Sheila hit.
Well, we saw the 76 get hit just off camera, so let's see.
No, I don't know if that was the 59.
Well, let's see. Let's see who hits the 76.
Yeah.
Yep, 59 hits the 76. Gets turned
Massive
around by the
punch.
6. Nowhere for Fitzwater to go.
Nice job by JT. Zachary
Deaver
Fitzwater
runs into the back of the 88, although, to be fair, he also got hit from behind by Kyle Matthews. 57 gets a piece there.
Stupid Pollard there. Oh, another hit by the 99.
Yep, another one for the 99. 18 then got turned.
He didn't get turned. He got dumped.
Oh,
Wow.
He also had to try and avoid this.
Yep, and then he goes up the track.
He slides up. Mary Shelley also was in the wall already.
He almost pulls a Casey Kane and Truex there.
And then the 60 just kind of helps finish off the job a little bit. 10 gets a piece. 83.
And then up here, the 57 dies.
Something else happens as well. Something happens somewhere in this. Oh, 76 and 48? Okay.
Trevor Germain not happy with Sheila Shear with
Oh.
that plow.
Oh!
Oh, God. Well, Trevor Germain is not having a good weekend.
48 then as well right there. Oh, there's
then-
the 57.
I don't know. He guess. Oh,
Oh!
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 Oh, not happy.
Oh.
Oh, God. The tempers have overflown.
Wow. So the
Wow.
88 trying to pit, turned the 57 around.
And Trevor Germain just not happy with the 32.
Yeah. So obviously I think officials probably going to take a look at that one, maybe some probations. Who knows?
They're not going to probation Trevor Germain.
Well, we'll see what happens. With that, though, let's go back to the restart. Ready to get going here. We'll be a fifth of the way through this race. 10 laps complete. Quinton Moore is the race leader over Matt Dixon, Sam Young, Kev Shear, Daniel Gitteroke, Haley Lodergan, Andrew Miller, John Irvin, Mitchell Collins, and Enzo Nereza, the top 10, as we are back to racing here at South Boston. Good
thing
restart
no
there
luck.
for the 89.
Yeah, Matt Dixon is pretty fair to say one of the best short track racers in the Cup Series. So definitely Quinton's going to have his hands full trying to hold off Dixon. He won the last short track race, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Probably. Daniel Gitteroke up the track. Let's see. While they're racing. Whoops. Last short track would have been, yes, Matt Dixon.
Yep. As here comes Gittero, who did win at Loudon. So no, that was not him. Sorry.
As John Irvin, though, makes the move on him for 7th. Andrew Miller trying to get 5th away from Haley Lordigan in the 49.
Yeah, slipping back into points, but trying to stay up there. Sam Young does have a win this year, I believe.
Yes, he does. Back at California, I want to say. Yes,
Yep.
California.
The Animax about 300.
Animaniacs.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kev Shear's 3rd. So
Yep.
That's not what you want to do.
As John Irvin now tries to take the battle or the fight to the 49. This is the battle for 6th position.
Yep, 49 going way up the hill right there.
Might lose a spot to Daniel Gitteroke, and as well as Matt Hamill when all is said and done.
Oh.
It feels like these cars have a lot more speed to them than we saw in the Cup cars.
Oh, Johnny Gardner doing the in and out pit.
Gardner's-
That's going to be a wreck.
Yeah, that's going to be a rip.
That's going to be a big
He's
wreck.
already 3 laps down.
Yeah, Johnny missed the Cup race, and he's just having a bad weekend so far. Where's the Truck Series going this week?
Trucks are off this week. So they will not be racing this weekend. We'll be seeing them maybe
Thornton.
in 2 weeks' time. I think everyone's at Thornton, so yeah. Not this weekend, but the next weekend.
So who's getting the lawn chairs in the turn of death next week?
Is back here, Trevor Collins trying to take the 35th spot away from Cole Deaver.
10 though, huh?
As these are the cars that are basically somewhat damaged. Oh, trouble!
Oh, well, somewhat damaged. That's very
Carter
true. A lot
Joey,
more
Ace
damage.
Rogers was in it. I think I saw a car maybe flipping.
Might be caused by Gardner.
As field slows down. And leading underneath the caution is Quinton Moore again. As let's take a look at what happened to Carter Joey. Coming into this one, they were 22nd in the points, and we'll see what happened to them. Taking a look,
Tire
here's
wear.
what happened. Marilyn Eskandari, Ace Rogers with a disagreement over space. Coming off turn number 2, you see Ace Rogers slides up into the 52. And
Tire
then
wear right
up
there.
into the wall they go in a dangerous spot.
Man. Right in the barrels, and then the 27.
Carter Joey then hits the 52. Trevor Collins, nowhere to go, tried to avoid it.
Well, we've seen those barrels become an issue in duels too, so that's the part of the track you don't want to get too high at.
Sky Commons did a good job to miss it, or to slow down. Same for Cold Deaver, missing it altogether. So with that, we'll take you back to the restart now, and we'll be down a few more cars as Ace Rogers will take his car behind the wall. And we're ready to go back racing. I think I forgot to mention, but Mike Trout, Jesse James, Trevor Germain, and Sheila Shear out in the first wreck. Ace Rogers now the lone retirement out of that other incident. Quentin Moore, Matt Dixon, Kev Shearer, Sam Young, Andrew Miller, John Irvin, Matt Hamill, Oriel Pollard, Paul Swanson, and Daniel Gitterook. Now the top 10 as Johnny Gardner is going to play a little bit of a hazard on this restart.
Hey, he's helping out his buddy there, you know.
As the green flag is back out, how much do you really help if you're still battling him as you go through turn 1 and 2? Oh, by the way, I just noticed this. Actually, the hood is gone on the 88, so they actually did fix that finally.
Yeah, I don't think Quentin's going to be very happy with Johnny passing.
As here comes
God.
Dixon. Side by side for the lead. We might have our first lead change of the night.
89's hanging tough, though.
Well, and he ain't going to be able to hang tough for long. Matt Dixon takes the lead away from the 89, and Sam Young forces his way in there for second.
Nice job by him, and those are teammates, aren't they? No, they're different now.
Well, someone was on pit lane. Might have been Cole Deaver or Marilyn Eskandari that we saw down there.
I can't believe the 52's still alive.
As Kev Shear now also going to take third away from the 89, so Quentin Moore continuing to fall back. Still stuck on that outer line. Here comes the 47 of Andrew Miller.
Yep,
Paul
here comes the
Swanson
old...
trying to take sixth away from the 90.
Yep,
As Quentin continues to fall back in this race.
high side of death right.
I think he's going to finally be able to fall back in line. Maybe. Here comes Paul Swanson. No, can't get there. Now Quentin Moore going to be able to try and take his fight back up to the front. Here comes Braxton. He's up to 8th. Or sorry, up to 7th now. He got it away from Oriel Pollard. No, sorry. Yeah, he is up to 7th. Here comes Zain Abdullah now looking for 8th.
A two-time winner this year for Zayn Abdullah trying to come up here.
And Braxton trying to do damage limitation, trying to take 6th away from the 03. As I'm sure his team has told him, Kev Shear is up in 3rd.
Yeah, go get him.
As Johnny Gardner has been lapped. Cole Deaver is battling with the 7.
Yeah, that's not what,
Well, I mean, he's also going to take it back to pit lane, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. As Kev continues to fight his way forward, now looking to the inside of the 1 maybe through turns 1 and 2. Andrew Miller's trying to get his way up there as well. Might be taking a look for 3rd. Here comes that 47. Looking for back-to-back top 5s.
Yeah, after scoring the first one last week.
And he will go and grab 3rd away from the points leader. Here comes Quentin Moore in the 89. I'm sure Quentin definitely feeling the agitation there from the 88 on that restart, trying to get his way back up front.
Definitely, for sure. Here they come.
And here comes Braxton in the 9.
Throws
the nose in there on the 5. Swanson might be able to also try and take a spot away from the 5 car.
He's going to go up the hill right there, going to save it. As
here comes Swanson trying to take 6th spot away from the points leader.
Nice move. A little. We got about, what, 12 to go?
It will be 12 to go next time by.
Great to see Dixon up there. He had an injury at Coca-Cola, one at North Wilkesboro, back in the series, and that car's doing pretty good.
And Lordergan now also going to try and take a spot away from the 5.
Yep. Kev Shear falling back. That is exactly what the field wants to see.
Or at least anyone trying to chase down Kev for the points lead wants to see. Zain Abdullah also going to try and take a spot away. And Kev just stuck on that outside line right now. Can he find the opening here behind the 29?
Yeah, it's better than the barrels.
As it looks like the 90 ain't going to cut him any slack either.
No, as he's trying to gain points on him, trying to get that
And
regular
Lodergan
season
just took
title.
6th away from Paul Swanson.
Yep, Swanson running the highest Toyota in the field, I believe.
Probably. Under 10 to go. It looks like the 5's finally going to find his way in line as in front of the 21. Here comes Dylan Young in 12th, looking for
started in the back.
11th on his teammate.
Yeah, he started in the back to feel good rebound for Dylan.
As Kev finally gets back to the inside line, still running inside the top 10. How well can Kev do? We saw him gain a lot of spots towards the end of Infineon. Can he pull off some of that same magic here today?
It all depends on what live traffic affects it here.
As I think we might be, well, I was going to say, I think we might be, and we are. Sam Young has caught the 7, as they are also catching a little bit of the lap traffic in the form of the 81 of Zachary Fitzwater. 52 has rejoined the race fully now.
How? I have no idea.
As right now, looking for the best battle on track. As Cole Deaver actually got around the 5 or forced the 5 up wide. Here as Dylan Young trying to get 10th spot away from the 5.
Dylan, man, kept threw it in there, man.
Kev trying to hang on to a top 10 spot. This would be only the 7th time this season the 5 has finished outside the top 10, as Oriole Pollard now takes 7th away, or 8th spot away from the 03.
And Kev's still got time to pass him right here, but I think Matt Dixon, knock on wood, got this in the bag. So
3 laps to go, and it doesn't look like anything's going to be able to stand in his way. They're not going to catch the lap traffic. As with 2 laps to go, Matt Dixon currently leads here at South Boston.
The only thing that can stand in his way is Cole Deaver.
Maybe, yeah. As coming off turn number 4, white flag is out for the Geico Toyota.
One car was there. I thought he was on the bumper. And here we go. It is a Toyota, so we got a Toyota in the lead.
Yep. So coming off turn number 4, Matt Dixon's going to grab his 2nd win of the season, both at short tracks.
Yep, and Toyota wins back-to-back here in South Boston, as Dylan Young and the Toyota won last year for bronze. So good job for Toyota at this track.
Andrew Miller grabs another top 5 finish, his 2nd straight.
Hey, at least this is long enough for a premiere, Charles.
Yeah, true. As Matt Dixon wins the race, the rest of the top 10, Sam Young, Andrew Miller, Quinton Moore, Hunter Braxton, Haley Lordigan, Muhammad Zain Abdullah, Oriole Pollard, Paul Swanson, and Dylan Young. Kev falls all the way back to 14th.
F.
Show you the bottom here real quick. Cole Deaver ends up 11 laps down through his pit shenanigans. Steven, your final thoughts on this one?
Good momentum for tomorrow for the Cup race. Dixon is definitely one of the best short tracks, so maybe it'll help the 7 to get a win tomorrow. Sam Young, he missed the race, so it's not going to help him in the Cup Series. Andrew Miller, one of, I believe, his best career finish. Quinton Moore with a 4th place. He had the best car, but got stuck on that high side thanks to Gajani right there, which is pretty ironic if you ask me. Braxton and Oriole will gain, but marginal gains on Kev's share right here. Oriole Pollard 8th. Dylan Young 10th. Good rebound from starting 32nd. Tough break for some guys. Bligager with good recovery. He crashed early. Shelton had a bad run. Steve Paul with a bad run. Rob Evans. Well, short track racing is fun, but next weekend we have a 2-lap race. Why do we have a 2-lap race? Because we're going to be going around Thornton. So the turn of death is going to be crazy.
You don't know what I got planned.
Oh, boy. So, what do you mean?
Well, you know what we've been doing most of the season. The plan is to kind of do that same thing with Thornton. If I can get the replay system to also work.
We might have a longer race at Thornton.
Yes.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting. That is one of the big wild card races left before the chase, and that means anybody can win that race. So a lot of these drivers are fearful for that track, but some drivers are embracing the challenge. So I'm looking forward to that race, and I can't wait for the Cup race. If anything's an indication, those barrels are going to be death, and pit strategy is going to be huge.
Yeah, it might be. So with that said, congrats to Matt Dixon on his 2nd win of the season, which is saying something considering it has been like since 2005 in this series since he had won.
And he missed a race this year, didn't he?
Yes, so that was going to also help. He came in this race 37th in points. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and race-related content. If you watched it, please leave a comment so I know you watched. Plus, it helps the YouTube algorithm, I guess, apparently, so we can help this channel be found. As we just passed over 200 subscribers.
Subscribe to me too.
Well, yeah, if you want to, you can subscribe to him, even though he doesn't post the D&Q races to that channel. So
it might be happening soon.
It might be. But like I said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. For Stephen Paul III, I'm Gordon Fan 291, and you've been watching production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys. Can't wait for death.